Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT. This is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode, Episode 10. We are live in the NXT shed for Orlando, Florida. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King, and welcome to KO Productions, and of course, welcome to NXT. Gonna be an action-packed show as always, so let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
And as you just heard there from our ring announcer Mike Rome, the opening match today, the NXT Women's Championship is on the line for the first time of this series. Can the champion Tiffany Stratton survive her first championship defense, which is against this woman, the Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace? One of the newest free agents and newest signings to NXT and the Black and Silver brand. She made her debut in the first episode of WWE Dark by defeating Ivy Nile in a horse versus horse match. Jordynne getting the win, punching her ticket to this opportunity tonight to face the NXT champion in the champ's first defense since winning the gold at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver at the end of last season against Lyra Valkyria, the former champion, who now of course is a part of SmackDown, and will fight for a chance to become the inaugural WWE Women's United States Champion. There's also a Women's North American Championship that's getting started over here on NXT. Two names have already qualified to be a part of the ladder match to crown the first champion in a number of weeks' time. Those two women are Julia and Sol Ruka, two future NXT champions, no doubt about it. Jordynne Grace you can add to that list as well, and it could be you add her to that list tonight, because Tiffy time is in for a tough task. It might be Tiffy time here in Orlando, but it could be the Juggernaut's time after this one is all said and done, as we could be looking at a brand new NXT champion. The first time these two women are facing off one-on-one, the first time these two women are locking eyes. Jordynne Grace stepping up to the challenge of Tiffany Stratton. Already got a victory in the series. She wants to make it two, and she wants to become the NXT champion. And just look at Javon Evans. In the first episode of NXT, he answered the open challenge of Cruiserweight champion Dragon Lee and won the gold. Well, right there is what they're fighting for, the beautiful, coveted and prestigious NXT Women's Championship. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger from Austin, Texas, Jordynne Grace. And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Thank you, Mike, as the crowd in Orlando are hyped up for this one. The first title defense of Tiffany Stratton tonight. New championship design as well for the NXT Women's strap, I believe. Tiffany Stratton reigniting the designs, changing it up since winning the gold. A great breakout season for Tiffany Stratton, especially the latter part of it, defeating the likes of Rhea Ripley to earn the opportunity to go for Lyra Valkyria and the NXT Women's title at Stand and Deliver. But now she's facing off with a Juggernaut and the former Jordynne Grace. And here we go, bell has been rung. Matchup is underway. These two women, Jordynne Grace extending a hand here, and Tiffany gonna accept. Okay, sportsmanship off the bat, love to see. Well, here we go. Matchup is set. NXT Women's title on the line to kick us off on this broadcast of NXT this evening. Who's gonna get the upper hand here? I don't know if Tiffany Stratton made a wise decision going into a test of strength there with the Juggernaut Jordynne Grace. Nonetheless, Stratton and Grace back and forth. These two women go for the time being here. He's going to get the upper hand. It's going to be Tiffany able to fight her way out of that headlock. And Stratton got her in a top wrist lock. Advanced skills on display from the champion, but Grace turns it in a hammerlock. Jordan Grace controlling the arm, trying to control the tempo of this contest. Walk out the brand new NXT Women's Champion tonight without Stratton. Able to turn it around. Nice headlock. Able to switch her there on Jordan Grace. Grace is powerful as ever. Gonna able to escape again and again got on that top wrist lock on Stratton. Hopefully overseeing the action against Tiffany, able to turn it around back into the hammerlock. Back and forth. It's like these two women know each other like the back of their own hands. It's like they have faced off multiple times before, but that's the first time these two women have touched in an NXT ring, any wrestling ring for that matter as well. Oh, look at Grace. Look at the torch. And that great shin lock on the mat. Jordan Grace in control. Tiffany Stratton doesn't know where she is. And Grace capitalise and take the title away from Stratton. Oh, but Stratton capitalised from taking the arm away from Grace back into a hammerlock. Grace able to get back to her feet. My God, that's a great chain wrestling sequence from these two. I'm usually expecting Jordan Grace to be out just hitting you hard. Tiffany Stratton to be flying all over the place. Great technical show by both these women as Grace. There's the elbows. Either juggernaut forearm, knife edge chop, and there's the hard hits of Jordan Grace I was talking about. And a challenger getting control. A rowdy crowd here tonight in Orlando are quite split. Some chanting for Grace, some for Stratton. Nonetheless, Grace got her up. Oh no! Third up breaker at Tiffany Stratton could have broke her neck into the cover. Hook in the leg, shoulders down for the NXT Women's title. Took out the kick out. Well, the matchup only been going for a couple of minutes, and Tiffany Stratton already expended a lot of energy with that kick out. At 2. But look at this. Tiffany cartwheels through an Alabama slam. Unreal cover. Look at the leg, shoulders down. Now it's Tiffany. And a kick out by Grace. Kick out there. Jordan Grace, powerful kick out. Both women expending a lot of energy. Well, here they go to this contest. Kicking out of heavy offensive manoeuvres from both women's arsenals. Grace, knife edge chop after knife edge chop, and a massive running clothesline, sitting down with it down. Goes Stratton. Oh, look at that power. That's what we talked about going in. Jordan Grace. She's got more muscles in places that most people don't even have places. And look at that gorilla press. Slam down goes Tiffy time. Well, it might not be Tiffy time for long. On NXT. Here's Jordan Grace picking her up and putting her down. Running power slam by the juggernaut. In control of this endeavour for the moment. There's Tiffany Stratton with the elbow right in the midsection. And may have jinxed a chance of Grace there. And she was in control. I was saying she's been in control. Then Tiffany able to turn the tide. Middle rope crossbody. Both women got a lot of proof, especially Jordan Grace. But I'd say more so Tiffany Stratton. She just won the championship. She doesn't want to go into her first defence and lose the gold. And that might be a way of keeping it right there. Ends a heartache. 2 count. Double knees to the back and a kick out. And a challenger Grace. And let's talk about Dragon Lee. He had a incredible Cruiserweight Championship win at Stand and Deliver, beating Dirty Dom Mysterio, but went into his first defence 2 weeks ago in the first episode of NXT, an open challenge on the man he didn't know he would be facing. That man was Javon Evans. Javon able to get the win, snatch the championship from Dragon Lee, and walk out the brand new Cruiserweight Champion. Could that be the same side for Jordan Grace and Tiffany Stratton this evening? They sent on off the apron by Grace as these women now spilling over the outside. And Jordan gonna sit right in front of us here at ringside. Oh, get this face first right off our announce table. Grace went for that spinning back fist. Tiffany with a drop kick on the floor. There's more examples of competitors losing in the first defence of the championship. Let's talk about Jade Cargill in her first reign. Lost it to Bianca Belair in her first defence on Belair's official SmackDown debut last season. Tiffany Stratton doesn't want to have the same fate as like a Dragon Lee and Jade Cargill. However, Jade has turned around with her second reign. Same can't be said for Dragon Lee, at least not yet, but he will have an opportunity to regain the championship later on tonight. As Grace kicked out of that powerbomb from Stratton. Not often do we see Tiffany Stratton at high power-like manoeuvres, but a powerbomb is very effective and not effective enough to get the win and the championship. There's Jordan Grace, another spinning back fist. Grace on win for the fucking lariat with Stratton. But Grace caught her with another one. There's another knee fist chop. And now Tiffany telling her to bring it. Telling her how to even more. And it wasting no time. Hockey fans like these two are massive enemies. But it's the first time they're facing off. What an encounter. Wait a minute. Grace getting the upper hand of it. And now Jordan Grace with a spinning falcon arrow. Into the cover. Hook of the leg. Shoulders down. Kick out by Stratton. Not enough for the goal just yet. Jordan putting on a good performance. She did with Ivy Nail on dark. She's doing it now with Tiffany Stratton as well. Tiffany able to push her off. Tiffany, top rope. Oh, I don't like your choice there. Tiffany Grace is right there. Oh, but Tiffany Stratton able to create some separation and a drop kick there by Tiffany. And where is Tiffany Stratton going? Springboards and Swanton bomb. Unreal by the champion. And for the cover to retain. Look at the legs. Shoulders down. Kick out by Grace. This matchup continues live on NXT. And we're back live with the black and silver brand. Stratton now. Schoolgirl to retain the goal. 2 count kick out by Grace. Oliver Jordan. Jordan now. And a penny predicament of her own. 2 count on Stratton. And look at the strength, the core strength of Tiffany. Backslide to retain. 2. No. Both women not staying down. And Jordan Grace going to take a moment of showboat. That's Orlando Pro tonight on NXT. The third installment of this series, rather. But hold on, Grace. We saw this on WWE Dark. No pile drivers, no problem, says Jordan Grace. And Jordan looking to capitalise on the NXT Women's Championship. Massive deadlift powerbomb. And a V trigger knee strike. Cover. Hook on the leg. Shoulders down. Do we have a new champion? 2 count kicking again by Tiffany. She is showing incredible fortitude of Stratton. You gotta give it to the champion. Grace hitting her best shots tonight, but not enough to keep Tiffy down. Big knee by Stratton. Stratton comes and gets lariat by Tiffany. And look at Tiffany go telling everybody what time it is. Right here on NXT. Stratton, drop kick in the corner. Using the ropes to her assistance right there as well. Tiffany Stratton. We're going to get the crowd hyped up in the corner. Look at that put. Jordan Grace away. Middle rope goes Tiffany. Splash connecting on Jordan Grace, who is about to get back to her feet. But Tiffany able to catch her. And now Stratton. Go for the prettiest moonsault ever. Knees up. Knees up and a challenge on Grace. Ready to sternum of the champion. Tiffany don't want to be there. In trouble. Torture rack. Spinning. Set out. Power bomb. Shoulders down. Grace for the victory. 2 count. No. Tiffany Stratton somehow able to eke her shoulders off the canvas. What an NXT Women's Championship affair tonight is Grace off the top. Splash. Championship on the leg. Right bangs the other leg. Another near fall. And Stratton expending a lot of energy kicking out time and time again from Jordan Grace's onslaughts here. But this is an incredible battle. The kick is off for the NXT Women's Championship. Tiffany. Oh, there's a snap suplex and both of them are down. Crucial point of the match with a gold on the line. These two are putting each other through the ringer, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Grace almost had the matchup won with that torture rack spinning set out power bomb. Tiffany with the same with a swanton off the springboard. Grace went for offense. Jordan getting countered by Stratton. And now Tiffany Stratton off the jawbreaker, and there it is. Fireman's carry rolls through, taking down Grace, and the prettiest moonsault ever. And just like that, could be Stratton retaining. 2 count. She got her. Tiffany Stratton is still the NXT Women's Champion.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Congratulations, Tiffany Stratton, for her first successful defense of the NXT Women's Championship. That matchup gotta be as tough as they come, but Tiffany was able to come through with the victory. Well, still to come tonight, folks. We've got a hell of a main event tag team action. Ethan Page teaming up with a debuting Shawn Spears to take on the man that Page beat last week, Ilya Dragunov, the man that Page jumped 2 weeks prior. The NXT champion, Track Williams. That's later on. Also later on, Dragon Lee gonna get his rematch for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. He's prepared this time to battle the young OG, Javon Evans, for the NXT Cruiserweight crown. But right now, we got some more singles action, as here's Lexis King making his debut on this season. He did not do very well last series at all. Didn't get a single victory. Looking to turn that around tonight with action on the black and silver brand. Lexis King set for battle this evening. The question is, who against? Let's find out. The anticipation fills the air. The lights are dimmed, the cameras are flashing, everybody going crazy. Lexis King might not stand a chance. Well, last week we saw the debut of the incredible Luchador Penta. Well, here comes his younger brother, Rey Fenix, is here on NXT. What a debut! What a moment! What a sighting for NXT! Well, if we thought the debut of Penta last week was incredible and special, just wait till you catch a glimpse of this guy. And NXT going all at him with their signings. The likes of Penta and Rey Fenix joining the mix here in NXT, not to mention the likes of Ethan Page and Javon Evans and Sol Luca and Lola Vice and Jordan Grace and Julia and more that we've probably still to even catch an eye on. Well, last week it was Grayson Waller who stepped up to the debut in Penta. This week it is Lexis King stepping up to the debuting Rey Fenix. And I said I didn't like the chance that Grayson Waller didn't do too well last series. Well, Lexis King did even worse last series. So let's see how he fares against the newcomer Rey Fenix. What a moment. Animo amigo, says Phoenix, as Lexis King instead of trying to spoil the debut of this exemplary luchador. Here we go, referee Dallas Irvin assigned the duties for this contest, ringing the bell. Phoenix and King officially underway. Alexis now measuring him up, trying to size up Rey Fenix. We're going to get some sort of tie up here to kick it off, and here we go, both men get ready for a battle. Lexis King, Rey Fenix. It's King with a strength advantage, able to slip that around there, but it's Phoenix with a speed advantage. He's going to have to dodge and weave out of everything, and there's Rey Fenix in a rude shin lock on the mat. Referee observing here, but Lexis King quickly going to escape, get out of it. Got him in a hammer lock. Rey Fenix don't want to be there, but able to escape. Turns it into a headlock, nicely done by Phoenix, and now Phoenix turns it into a wrist lock, got him in a top wrist lock now. Lexis King again in trouble, able to spin it around into a headlock of his own. And I can't believe we are seeing such incredible talents here on NXT and the WWE. Rey Fenix, Penta. More still to come as well, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Nonetheless, Phoenix gonna try and wear down Lexis King on the canvas here. Got him in the leg scissors. Phoenix now. Oh, just gonna kick him down with his leg, and Rey Fenix getting that crowd hyped up and all onto. He certainly is. And look at Rey. Oh my goodness, look at that cat. Holy smokes. And Phoenix. I don't even know what to call that kick. That was incredible. There's an insult. And then Phoenix off the springboard. Cover on King. Scoring two and a kick out. Rey Fenix already exciting the WWE Universe here tonight in the Capitol Wrestling Center. Oh, big kick, no block. To Alexis King with a clothesline. Alexis needs some momentum now to try and wear down Rey Fenix. He's got a lot of potential to live up to this Lexis King, the son of the legendary Brian Pillman. Long lost veteran of the industry as there's Rey Fenix, rolls through, Rana, cover, 2 count, a kick out. Big shoes to fill for Lexis King. He hasn't done a very good job, particularly of filling them this past series, but maybe this series he can turn it around at the expense of Rey Fénix, who's just jumping on the rope with a goddamn trampoline. I know they got some spring in them, but they are less sturdy than a trampoline, I'll tell you that. Fénix once in, full head of steam on the forearm, and a sliding basement drop kick to a seated Lexis King in the corner, and Lexis trying to catch his whereabouts. Rolling to the outside of the ring as Fénix is on fire. He is on fuego. Pun very much intended. And he's looking to fly with a corkscrew tornado on the floor. Man, this kid is something special. We said the exact same thing about Fénix's brother Penta last week. And Penta was a joy to watch, but so is this guy. This family of luchadors needs to be studied as Fénix springboards in. Drop kick to Lexis King. Alexis now going to get Irish whipped out of the corner. Rey Fénix. Egg uppercut. Oh god, this is just a highlight reel of Rey Fénix at this point. Look at that, it's off the top. Walking the ropes like a tightrope. Adios amigo. Massive kick right to the tempo. Cover. 2. No. 4 was that. Lexis still got some fight in him. Rey Fénix can't believe it. Gonna have to do more offense here. It isn't as easy as he maybe thought it was. They missed that Fénix splash. And Lex is going to make a pay for it with the best move in all of professional wrestling. No one can tell me otherwise. It's the neck crank, folks. And we've already seen great women's action tonight. Now it's Lexis King wearing down Rey Fénix. And this episode of NXT is hot and absolutely furious tonight. Breaker Bad King wearing down Fénix as this place is going crazy. They're going bananas for Rey Fénix. One of the greatest luchadors on the planet. Alongside Penta, alongside the legendary Rey Mysterio, the man that we saw on WWE Dark in the first episode of Leo Del Vikingo, defeated one of the goats in Rey Mysterio. And look at Fénix! The spinning kick. Rey off the ropes. Go behind. Snap German with a bridge. Cover. Fénix for the win. 2 turn on King. And King still hanging in there. Well, Lex has been good at kicking out, but he's going to get better on the offense. And inside cradle. After all this, he's going to steal it. Small package, only a 1. Says official Dallas Irvin. Lexis elbow drop. We'll get more offense in. As Lexis King picking him up to a vertical base. Wobbly foundation for Fénix and dropping him down. Fisherman driver. Hitting predicament. Cover. 2 count. Big upset now. Fénix coming in with a lot of height. Would be a shame if Lexis King would kill that height and beat him in the center of the ring tonight, but he comes up short with that elbow drop. They're going to knock him down with a flying forearm. And then Fénix, springboard, Fénix, splash, unbelievable, cover, that'll do it, 2 count, and no, King's still alive. And what an effort from King. Again, we see he can kick out all he wants, but he's going to get more moves in, going to get more offense, and that might be a job that he just had. Lexis King, kick caught though by Fénix, spun round, super kick. Oh man, Lexis King having a hard day to the office tonight. He drew the short straw and getting booked for this edition of NXT. Go back to catering buddy. Fénix got him up, calls this the Mexican Muscle Buster MB for the 2 and the 3. What a debut for Fénix.
Here's your winner,
Congratulations, Rey Fénix. One hell of a debut here for this young cruiserweight star. I can't wait to see what this man gets up to on the NXT brand going forward. Your home is NXT, Fénix. Welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. But still coming up next, in fact, cruiserweight title rematch from 2 weeks ago. They killed it the first time out. They're gonna kill it again, no doubt about it. Dragon Lee, Jimbo Evans, right here, right now. Hold on, wait a minute, we're getting commotion backstage with the Shawn Spears and Ilya Dragunov. Both men are scheduled for a tag team main event tonight. But Spears ambushing Ilya Dragunov in the NXT parking lot with a steel chair. What we got against security? Where's Trick Williams at? Where's Ethan Page? Both men's tag partners. Oh, Shawn Spears with a C4 spike. Death Valley driver on the concrete. Where the hell's security? He's hit him with a damn traffic cone. Oh, stop this. This is happening in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Both men are supposed to be in tonight's tag team main event, and Ilya Dragunov is getting absolutely blindsided and decimated by Shawn Spears. Well, we saw him briefly teaming up with R-Truth last series, but we didn't see him after that. Clearly a darker side of Spears, and another Death Valley driver on the chair that he used to hit Ilya with. And now he's opening the ambulance doors and sending Ilya into the ambulance. And oh, no, don't do that, Shawn. No, oh God, he just hit him with the door. Well, at this point, Ilya's going to need to go into the ambulance. I don't know if he's going to be able to compete tonight in the main event. Oh, don't do it again, Shawn. But come on. That's enough. You've hit him enough. Where the hell's security in this place? Oh, Jesus, go. Well, now I know why people always say you cannot trust the NXT parking lot. Because the security here are absolutely horrible at their job. They don't even have it. We should. Come on. Oh, come on. No, we've got to cut the cameras. Even if he keeps beating them down, we've got to cut the cameras. Oh, that's the third time now. Ilya's defenseless. He was just getting ready for the main event, training in the NXT parking lot. As he does, Ilya Dragunov, you don't question his methods. But there's another C4 spike, and rubbing it in with a cartwheel away. You son of a bitch, Spears. What was even the need for that?
The following is scheduled for one fall, and is for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
Well, nonetheless, folks, we got to move on. We've got an NXT Cruiserweight Championship match to attend to. And we'll get more updates on Ilya Dragunov throughout the night, but it's not looking good. He got hit with the ambulance door 3 times, got hit with a steel chair, a traffic cone, and got hit with all sorts. A C4 spike 3 times. Death Valley driver. Shawn Spears a menace backstage. What the hell Ilya do to deserve that? I don't know, but nonetheless, this man Dragon Lee looking to regain his NXT Cruiserweight Championship here today. The man that beat him in the Open Challenge 2 weeks ago, the young OG Javon Evans. Gonna be an awesome match like it was a couple of weeks ago. And it's coming up right here, right now. And we're back live on NXT, there you see, the Cruiserweight Champion, the young OG Javon Evans. It was the first match of NXT this season. Dragon Lee hosting an Open Challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship was answered by that man. And he only got and won the entire thing, winning the gold and the process. And it's that right there they're fighting over again tonight. The beautiful, prestigious and coveted NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Let's head it down to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee! And his opponent from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 180 pounds, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, Javon Evans.
Thank you, Mike Rowe. Great introductions as always. As Evans boasting with a Cruiserweight Championship he won 2 weeks back. Really a hell of a battle as it was 2 weeks ago. The official Felix Hernandez drawing the assignment for this contest this evening as he takes the Cruiserweight Championship from Javon Evans. Dragon couldn't even get one successful defense of the gold. Well, it'll be the same fate for Javon. Can Dragon win it back and avenge his loss from 2 weeks ago? And this is already heating up to be a great rivalry here on NXT, the new season, episode 10 of this Universe mode. Here we go then, folks. Referee ringing the bell, matchup underway. It's Lee, it's Evans too, and Evans extended a hand and Lee gonna accept it. That's interesting because 2 weeks ago it was Dragon Lee that accepted the handshake and Evans didn't accept it. This time Evans does, and Dragon accepts, and here we go. Again, the same way these two men started a matchup 2 weeks ago. Collar will tie up straight in to some action. It's going to be Javon Evans. Got him in on a top wrist lock there on Dragon Lee. And Evans able to take him down. So Javon Evans Not playing around, got that power getting in the early going and running knee straight on a Dragon Lee. And already fast and furious right off the bell. And this is what the Cruiserweight division on NXT is all about. Von Evans now. Taking up Dragon. Super kick connecting. Right on the money, off the ropes now goes Javon Evans. And that's a splash connected. What's Evans going to make now? Running an elbow drop on the challenger Dragon Lee and looking for another one and he nailed it. Javon is just absolutely crazy. Oh, with a big kick, countered off. Went for a drop kick or a rana or something. But there's Dragon clothesline sends out of the corner. And look at Lee. Dragon Lee had him set out in the corner, but there's a big combination offense and super kick by Dragon. Dragon Lee now Irish whip. Sends him off the ropes. Now he's the challenger. He was the former champion. Dragon Lee overhead. Big shot there. Back body drop, flipping neck breaker. Middle rope now goes the former champion Dragon Lee. It's crazy because Dragon won it on the same day he debuted. Just a year later, a year and a day he debuted, he won the Cruiserweight title and it got taken away from him by Javon Evans 2 weeks ago. He didn't take that lightly, but he can handle taking a loss. He doesn't want to take another one tonight, but he wants to regain the Cruiserweight title, become the first ever 2-time NXT Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Evans, though, gonna have something to say about it. A springboard. Didn't get all of it. Maybe looking for a stunner or something. Nonetheless, Evans top rope and gets all the elbow drop out of the cover. Hook of the leg, shoulder down and retain. The NXT Cruiserweight crown, kick out by Lee. And your penultimate contest of the evening. And if you guys are enjoying this WWE 2K26 Universe mode, even though we're not even that far deep into it, make sure you leave a like on this video for me and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any more of this fantastic 2K26 Universe mode. Also, don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the series and the show. I'm always open to constructive criticism. It helps me grow as a person, helps this channel grow, and helps us grow as a community. Nonetheless, Lee and Evans tossing it out back and forth. Dragon Lee with a drop kick in the corner. Finds his mark. Right on there is Dragon. Now it's Dragon thinking, oh, big kick in the corner. And back to the middle rope, but it's Evans this time. Who's going to roll to the outside? Now Dragon Lee with a hurricane runner from the top to the floor. Dragon Lee pulling out all the stops if he wants to be able to walk out your winner tonight. And a 2-time Cruiserweight champion. But look at Evans on the outside. Oh no, Lee, not going to like that running center powerbomb by Javon. On the former champion Lee. And I'm just receiving words, ladies and gentlemen, that Ilya Dragunov is not going to be physically able to compete for tonight's tag team main event, meaning Trick Williams is a man down. He may have to go it alone against both Ethan Page and Shawn Spears. There's that spinning kick there, caught screw, caught him, 2 count, and a kick out by Dragon Lee. Will Trick find someone? Will it be a mystery partner? We will find out in a moment's notice. The main event coming up following the conclusion of this Cruiserweight Championship encounter. Dragon Lee, Irish whip, sends him in the corner. What's Dragon thinking? He a big forearm strike by Lee. And another one. Rocking Javon Evans and a big forearm there. Now Evans and the drop zone. Dragon Lee, top rope, double foot stomp, roll through Evans, counter, super kick by Javon. And Javon on fire now. And that's Cruiserweight Championship rematch. What's Evans thinking here? Running knee strike, and this matchup continues live. We're back live on the way. The gold black and silver brand rather is Dragon Lee. Connecting with offense. Back into the contest, only scoring 2-0 off to regain the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Lee going out to the apron. As Dragon Lee was able to battle back after Javon had control throughout most of the break. Let's look at that from Dragon. Back in. Second time now. Long through a set out powerbomb. Don't think it will be enough to secure the championship once again. Nonetheless, D-Pan goes down from Dragon Lee. Big shot, no block by Javon Evans. And now Javon Set it up, Dragon. Into the corner. Oh no, Dragon don't want to beat anybody. Tippy top rope, Javon. Avalanche. Spanish fly with a young OG. Unreal. Another cannibal sent off the bottom rope off the springboard. Evans now. Caught through. And a big splash. Cover to retain the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. 2 count a kick out. Javon looking to do the thing that Dragon Lee was unable to do, and that's successfully defend the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. And he could right there, off the frog splash, from the top rope, into the cover, scoring 2 on Dragon Lee in a near fall. Dragon staying alive again, man. There's Javon, no kick top, got him right in the hammy. Where's Dragon Lee? And a Dragon. Oh no, we saw this in the matchup 2 weeks ago. We're going to see it again. Folks, I'm looking at Corey with a Mexican Destroyer. Man, I'll tell you, these guys can wrestle every week and I won't be tired. Give us this for the Cruiserweight division. That's all we need. Massive knee strike. Lee, cover to regain the Cruiserweight title. 2 count. Evans kicks out. Oh, what a match. May have already topped their first. And even that was a masterclass. Lee on top rope went for a body splash, knees up by the young OG. Javon looking to get bouncy on him, and a runner there. Running and connecting is Javon Evans. Evans picking him up the vertical base, running in another runner. What a battle as it continues live on NXT. Back live on NXT, Dragon looking to put him away, looking for Operation Dragon again counter. Getting countered by Evans. And drop face first. It's Dragon Lee. Right on the canvas. Javon thinking here, all bouncing off, and there's the red dot. Red dot, didn't get all of it. Oh, but it may be enough to put Dragon Lee away. Javon, the move that won him the gold. Oh, she cut it off. Avoided by Lee. Big shot by Dragon and smack to the face. And a smack to the chest rather as well. Dragon Lee. Oh, look at the strength with our schoolboy. Turns it into a set out power bomb cover to regain the Cruiserweight Championship. Felix Hernandez right there. Kick it again. These two have chemistry for days. More chemistry than the periodic table, if you ask me. Oh, Evans, don't want to be the poison runner. Oh, God, he got spiked. He spiked him for that one. Shooting star press, knees up, come right in the midsection. Javon Evans. And out's throwing him on the outside of the ring like a piece of trash. If this was a Royal Rumble match, Dragon Lee would have just been eliminated, but it's not. Thankfully for Evans, because he launched himself over the top rope with a corkscrew splash. And there's a super kick. And a splash on the outside. The corkscrew crossbody, the kick, the splash. Lee comes back, and a powerbomb on the floor. Oh, a hell of a match. I know we're only 10 episodes in, but this already is a candidate for match of the series. That's crazy. And here comes Dragon. Tope Suicida. Oh, beware of the Dragon, Javon. Because he could become a 2-time Cruiserweight Champion if he continues to have his way here. Top rope. Double foot stomp. Oh, but Lee 2-1 to capitalize. Javon down and out. Both men are hurting. Crucial point of the match here. Dragon backs up out of the corner. He tried it earlier. He couldn't get it. He'll try it again. Operation Dragon nailed it that time. Cover to regain the Cruiserweight title. 2, 3. Oh no! No, Evans kicked out. What a match. And this matchup rolls on as we get it on. Golden Punch back on the top. The crowd absolutely loving this in Orlando. So am I calling the action. I'm getting out of breath. Corner Spanish fly for the second time by Evans. Avalanche style for the NXT Cruiserweight Champion of the World. And there it is again with that corkscrew splash off the double jump springboard for the young OG. Evans to retain and beat Lee for a second time. Double jump. OG cut down. Into the cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2 and Evans gonna retain the NXT Cruiserweight title. Congratulations, Javon Evans. He is still the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Just putting on an absolute clinic with Dragon Lee. I will not get tired of those two tussling, and I hope to see it even more here in the black and silver brand. But speaking of the black and silver brand, this is coming up next week. The NXT tag titles are on the line. The Creed brothers going to be taking on a mystery team. We'll find that out next week. Also, Miles Bourne secured himself a North American title opportunity for his victory this past week on WWE Dark against Joe Hendry. Battles Big Bronson Reed for the gold, and Stephanie Vaquer and Lash Legend both debut as a part of qualifying matches for the NXT North American Championship ladder match for the women's division. Who will join the likes of Julia and Sol Luca? We will find out then. The NXT title on the line as newcomer Ethan Page challenges Trick Williams for the gold. All that going down next week, but right now it's tag team action. Ethan Page and Sean Spears neutralized Ilya Dragunov, making sure he's not going to be in this tag title matchup. So who has NXT champion Trick Williams selected to join him? It's Trick and a mystery partner taking on Page and Sean Spears right here, right now, next on NXT, and your main event of the evening, live in Orlando. Oh man, I'll tell you folks, it's going to be a fun one. And here comes the chairman, sitting in that very same steel chair that he bashed over the skull of Ilya Dragunov, rendering him unable to compete in this tag team main event tonight.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing in at 223 pounds, Sean Spears.
Mention the darker side of Spears, and that's exactly what we're getting with this superstar. Saw him a couple of times team up with R-Truth last series, didn't go anywhere. Tonight he's teaming with Ethan Page, and he's already done Page's dirty work, attacking Ilya Dragunov and setting him out in this tag team matchup tonight. But if I know Ilya, I know I'm going to not let that go, and Sean Spears is going to have some when Ilya is able to come back and recover. Fully at 100%. Even Ilya not at 100% is still a very dangerous superstar, and Sean Spears shouldn't have messed with him outside of the ring. Because inside of the ring you mess with that man, you're in trouble. And this man can testify that. He main evented last week against Ilya Dragunov. He may have won, but at what cost?
Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds.
Page was victorious against Ilya Dragunov, but had to give him everything and more out of his arsenal to get the job done. And listen to this place go crazy, booing the hell out of all ego Ethan Page, as they should. This man is despicable in his actions, because let's not pretend like Ethan Page didn't pay Sean Spears a substantial amount of money to go out and do the dirty work for all ego to neutralize him, to make sure that he wasn't a threat going into not only this tag team match, but Ethan Page's NXT Championship match, which he is somehow able to wrangle himself into after attacking Trick Williams on the premiere episode of NXT this series, after Trick's hard-fought title defense against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I mean, he took out Trick. Trick now tonight coming back for revenge. And he wants Ethan Page one-on-one. Ethan said, yeah, let's do it one-on-one, but put the title on the line.
South Carolina, weighing in at 250 pounds, the NXT champion, Trick Williams.
The crowd whooping that Trick tonight, and Trick wanting to whoop that Page. So he is pissed off with Ethan Page. And the title match is going down next week, no matter the outcome of this tag team match tonight. But the question is, has Trick even found himself a partner? Or is he going to have to do this alone? I mean, he had a great partner, Ilya Dragunov, lined up, who respects the hell out of Trick, who has faced Trick before as well, and even defeated Trick. And now he's not going to be teaming with Ilya Dragunov after he was dismantled by Sean Spears earlier on, because of the demands of Ethan Page. I mean, he's coming in here in NXT thinking he owns the joint, telling people to do things for a substantial amount of money, and of course Shawn Spears accepts. He wants a new career here. He wants his career to be different. He wants that new edge. Well, Ethan Page happy to give him that by making him his higher gonna take down a very credible threat in Ilya Dragunov. But let's see who and if Trek has found a replacement, and by the sounds of it, he has. And oh, Shawn and Ethan, you boys may have messed up here. The first thing we see this man after his loss. An NXT stand and deliver the former NXT champ Carmelo Hayes. It's the ruler, Oba Femi.
From Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds,
Welcome Oba Femi back to NXT. And he's saying you are dying tonight, Ethan and Shawn. Well, just when Spears and Page thought they had put a great situation for themselves in place, they may have messed up big time. It's one thing getting in there with Ilya Dragunov. Ethan Page can tell you it's not a fun experience. Well, wait till you get into the ring with this man, Oba Femi. Ethan and Shawn better hope they have great tag team chemistry to keep Oba at bay in this match and just keep Trick in there for the majority of it. They don't want to mess with this man. The dangerous, the mighty, the violent Oba Femi. Yes, he may have lost his NXT Championship opportunity at TakeOver Stand and Deliver, the final NXT event of the year in the main event to Carmelo Hayes, and Trick may have beat Hayes the night after at WrestleMania, or 2 nights after on the Sunday night, in fact. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Oba Femi is a great replacement, a great partner, and Trick Williams made a great decision picking him tonight in this tag team main event. You want a replacement for Ilya Dragunov? I can't think of much better than Oba Femi. You certainly can't get the gobbledygooker in that role. You gotta get someone as dangerous and dominant as the Mad Dragon, and Femi ticks all the boxes. Well, nonetheless, tag action underway. Ethan Page tagged in, and Page picking apart the man that he'll be facing next week for the NXT Championship. And you've got to wonder, is Trick Williams at 100%? After the vicious attack 2 weeks ago by Ethan Page, after Trick's defense against Dom Mysterio in the main event of NXT that night. And Trick missed out on NXT last week. Spears comes back in. Oh, look at that. He still has a piece of Page, and Shawn Spears is going to take advantage of that. But he wasn't at last week's event, nursing the attack from Ethan Page the week prior. But now he's here tonight. Still might not be 100%. And he's getting double teamed here by Page, and Spears in the corner is Page. Tag back in. Big shot. But I will be challenging Trick for the championship next week. And look at all ego. I wouldn't do that right in the face of Oba Femi. I would not do that. Oh, big stomp to Trick Williams. Oh, but there's Oba with a shot. Oh, there's Ethan. And Ethan Page punches the Oba Femi and knocks him off the apron. Oh, but there's Trick from behind. Schoolboy won't even need a partner. Cover here. One count and a kick out. Referee Jeremy Marquez overseeing the action. This tag team main event tonight. Trick Williams kick off the rope. Scissor kick, shades about the 2. Well, salivates at the entrance of Trick Williams. A man that had a great hand in the career of Trick Williams. Got him here today to where he is and in this position he's in. There's Ethan. Goes behind, elbows after the arm. Able to yank it down a big boot right in the temple. And Ethan Page want to shut out the noise on a sold out NXT shed crowd. Oh no! Oh, Ethan! Clothesline to the outside! Oh, but Femi's in! He's in a house of fire! He's in a tag dog boot after Page shot him off the apron. He's taking out the unlegal participant Shawn Spears. Kick to the midsection here. Another clothesline. Looks Ethan Page. Oh, that's off. Oba Femi right back in a clothesline. Down goes Ethan. Well, Ethan might not make it to 100%. next week in the NXT title matchup, and that would be a very fair assumption. A mega specialist is in there with Obafemi. Just absolutely launching him. I mean, Trick might not be 100% tonight, might not be 100% next week after this matchup. Well, neither will Ethan Page, courtesy of Obafemi. That makes it much more of a fair fight in my eyes. And Shawn Spears gets knocked off the apron by Oba. And Oba dominant in his first showing on NXT series. Femi running, power slam. And a cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 on Page and a kick out. Page desperately needs to make the tag into Shawn Spears. Obafemi feeding off this crowd tonight. Here comes Spears in. And now Shawn Spears, schoolboy on Oba. Rope saving him. Don't think it would have mattered, however. I believe he probably would have kicked out anyway, but there's Obafemi clothesline. Oh, Jesus. Shawn Spears made a boo-boo earlier, attacking Ilya Dragunov. Because Obafemi is an absolute beast, and he almost won the matchup for him and Trick right there. I mean, taking on the way from Ilya Dragunov, he had a great showing last week against Ethan Page, but ultimately, he lost that match. But now, they know how much of a threat Ilya is. They're taking him out of that tag match. Ethan doesn't want any part of fighting Ilya again. You know what? I can't blame him. But this is going to be an even worse option to face than Ilya, that being Obafemi. Well, here comes Trick back in after Oba laid out Shawn Spears. Ethan making the save and getting knocked back down, a size, knocking right back down off the apron, and Trick with a suplex onto Shawn Spears. Big fist chop, block, Spears, clothesline. Fantastic show all round tonight. 2 great championship matches, the debut of Rey Fenix. Of course, this tag team matchup where Ilya Dragunov was set to be the initial partner of the NXT champion Trick Williams. But Shawn Spears, because of the demands of Ethan Page, assaulted him backstage with a steel chair, a traffic cone, the ambulance door, and multiple Death Valley drivers by concrete in the NXT parking lot. Now look at this. Trick with a pounce on Shawn Spears. Oh man, sent him rocking, and I'm going to send Ethan Page off the apron. And Ethan catching strays in this match. Trick knife head, big jabs on a Shawn Spears, kick caught, Spears dragging through leg work. Shawn Spears needs more offensive maneuvers, and he's going to do that, picking him up, and Shawn Spears, oh god! Into the cover! And no, making a save is Obafemi. Big shots from Spears, and Spears able to knock Femi off the apron. And then running in to make a tag to Ethan Page. Can Page pin or submit the man he'll be facing next week for the NXT Championship, and what is set to be an incredible event on NXT. You don't want to miss that next week. Right here on KO Productions. Cover, boot camp by Trick. You and Naga, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's broken up by Spears with a boot. And Spears knocked off the apron. And Trick and Oba love knocking Spears and Page off the apron here. Irish whip in the corner. Tag Obafemi back in. And Oba with a midsection of Ethan Page. Oh, big elbow there by Page. And then Page fading back, roundhouse kick. There's a cheap shot of Trick, a second, and a third, no, this time blocked. Big forearm, Obafemi. Waist lock, go behind. Oh, side slam by Femi. Elbow drop right to the chest now. Now, picking him up on nut jawbreaker there. Ethan Page holding his own here against Obafemi. Love him or hate him, can't deny the man has got guts and he's got power, because look at the strides, just hoisting him up and power slamming him down. Cover, 2 go, only one, says referee Jeremy Marcus. It was almost 2. Oh, Trick busted Page open. The knee there, look at Page, he went over the top, busted the current to fly, but Trick avoiding it. One step ahead of Ethan Page. Oh, it seems like Trick knows all of Ethan's tricks. Pun very much intended. Oh, big boot there. Bicycle style punt kick by Ethan Page. Oh my goes back and clothesline almost takes his head off. And over. Picks him up. Smack. Avoided. Page. Wait a minute. Twisted Green. Connecting on over Femi. Massive upset to pin the ruler. 2 count. Ah, kick out. Oh, the mystery man almost went down courtesy of Ethan Page. And what has been a great tag team main event. Page, I think, was going to make a tag there, but had second thoughts in booting the face right in of Obafemi. And here's the tag. Here's Shawn Spears. Shawn now picking up Obafemi and going to hit the C4 speaker and nailed it. Death Valley driver cover. 2 count. And a kick out by Oba. Unreal. Woman's been hit with a twisted grin. A power slam from Page and a C4 spike, and it's all been kicked out of courtesy of the ruler Obafemi. I mean, you're dragging over set with 3 of those in the parking lot. He won't get up from that. He wasn't able to compete in this main event tonight, which meant Obafemi needed to step up to the plate. And isn't just doing this to get into the good graces of the NXT champion and potentially in a future title shot. Well, Ethan could be the champ come next week in his match with Trick. So, maybe not the wisest idea, but maybe Oba just wants to get on NXT so he can punish some people and batter some fools and rule over NXT with an iron fist. Clearly a future world champ is Obafemi. Not just here in NXT, but I'm talking the entire landscape of the WWE as the Irish whip Shawn Spears into the corner, making the tag into the champion Williams. Big kick there from Trick Willie, and a Trick shot! Out of nowhere says Trick. That's what you get for messing with what was set to be a great tag main event tonight on NXT. 2 count, kick out by Spears on a Trick shot. Perhaps showboarded a little too early with that taunt there. And Spears maybe going to make him try and pay for it here. Sends him over the ropes on the apron. Forearm coming back out of the ring. Shawn Spears now. Big shot, down he goes. Shawn Spears picking him up. No forearm there. Irish whip sends him in the corner. Tag. Femi back in. Oh god, double team again. Spears dog. Go around the midsection. Shawn Spears has not had a good night. He did earlier on, but his actions are coming back to bite him in the ass. Page knocked off the apron. Femi measuring his man Spears in the ring. Power bomb, also known as fall from grace for 2 and 3. Femi and Williams with a big win tonight.
The team of Trick Williams and Obafemi.
Well, what a great partner found for Trick Williams in the form of Obafemi. And what a great tag match main event. And a great show all around tonight live on NXT. That's all we have time for, folks. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for another exciting show of SmackDown.